All right, I picked this TRX4 roller up. It looks like it was a Defender. Whoever had it before me, they soaked it down with gear oil for some reason. You can see there's some junk leaking out of the diffs and everything. I think it got submerged and all the bearings locked up, and then they soaked it in oil to try to bring it back around before they sold it to me. So I'm just going to do a quick time lapse of tearing this thing apart. You can see it's missing the servos for the lockers and stuff. So I'm just going to tear this thing all the way down to parts and decide how I want to build it back up. All right, well that's done. Um, yeah, I mean, looking at the bearings, it looked like this thing was underwater, and all of them, not all of them were bad, but a lot of them had obvious issues. So all that added up would be adding a ton of friction. They put a bunch of gear oil in the axles and the transmission, or part of the transmission, including the spur gear. So the clutch material is just wrecked. So, with that added friction and the clutch material being messed up, that's probably stopped working right. And it looks like they ripped the motor and they cut the wire on the ESC. I'm not sure why they did that. Um, and then the two servos for the differentials were missing, and the cables were all chewed up. So I don't know what was up with that. Um, I'll redo the shocks another time, and obviously I've got to get all this reassembled. You know, let's not put gear oil in our RCs. Let's use what the manufacturer says, or at least something that doesn't stink like this, right? I did manage to lose one pin out of the transmission. I don't know where that is. It might be in a screw hole somewhere. They're the real small ones that go through the transmission shafts. So I might find that in one of these housings or something when I go to put it back together, stuck in a screw hole somewhere. Other than that, I got a pile of screws, which, you know, I'll figure out what goes where when we put it back together. That's about it. I didn't really see anything else like terribly wrong with this thing, other than it's missing the body. It looks like they had tried to glue something onto it at some point. Don't know what. But what I'll probably do is throw this thing back together. I'll throw lockers in it. I got spool pieces coming, so I don't have to worry about the differentials. I'll probably overdrive or probably underdrive the rear axle. Throw some brass on it. I've got some extra brass sitting around from some other builds. So we'll see if we can get this thing back together and what kind of body we're going to throw on it. So I guess that's it.